It's impossible to be an ideal parent, particularly when you're responsible for 4 children under the age of 3. The Duggars' children, especially their newborn twins, may be in danger due to Jed and Katey's several questionable parenting decisions in the past several weeks. Jed posted this video he shot in a supermarket parking lot on April 28th to prove he could take all 4 kids shopping. Given that a regular shopping cart just won't accommodate 2 toddlers and 2 babies, it is very remarkable to witness any mom navigating the grocery store alone with all of those little ones. But Jed got creative and used a large, flat cart to fix that instead. Elsie and Emma remain in their car seats, which were attached to the rear of the cart, as the older children rode toward the front, sitting on what looked like diaper boxes. It would have taken a slip for any of the kids riding on the cart to fall off. This was an exceptionally risky move to make with 2 4-month-olds in the car, even with their safety seats. The section of the post when he praised Katey for being a wonderful mother to their children was really rather touching, so it wasn't the message itself that was concerning. Every day, he was encouraged by your devotion to our children and the Lord, he wrote. Truth, Nora, Emma, and Elsie's mama, and I couldn't be more grateful that God chose you. Your presence is such a blessing to us. Is that the issue then? Despite the cuteness factor, it's not a good idea to have Katey, Truth, and Nora all sitting in a crib together in the first snap of the carousel. That baby is in a crib. Why? Someone on Reddit made the point that her weight, even at 100 pounds, is too high for a crib, and another person said, if it's unsafe, Duggars will do it to their kids. Even Pillow isn't supposed to be in a crib. They are not without merit. Parents shouldn't climb into cribs with their babies because it would mean exceeding the weight limit, which usually tops out at around 50 pounds. The American Academy of Pediatrics also recommends against using a pillow until your child is 2 and in a toddler bed. By exceeding the weight restriction even once, you put the crib's integrity at risk, making the frame break at any moment. Critics were worried last month when Katey posted an Instagram story photo of herself feeding her kids with a bottle prop. The parenting decisions of Jed and Katey Duggar have been the subject of intense scrutiny and criticism from fans and social media followers, and now the tension inside the Duggar family is focusing on them. Despite the couple's conservative views and desire for a big family, many have questioned if they are going too far by exposing their parenting journey on Instagram. Many people are wondering if Jed and Katey are endangering their children with their recent articles, which involve dubious safety procedures and possibly damaging parenting tactics. The initiating Instagram posts. The Duggar family is well known to the world when Jed and Katey tied the knot in 2021 and immediately had 2 children. Everyone keeps an eye on them because they're Duggars. But their recent social media posts have caused quite a stir, with some describing their parenting styles as worrying and reckless. The incident started when Jed posted a story to Instagram showing him and Katey allowing their daughter Evangeline to ride a bike without a helmet. Jed grinned proudly by her side as the child rode with assurance and a broad grin on her face. The video went viral shortly after. Fans were outraged, with some going so far as to label the absence of protective gear as reckless. Parents, on the other hand, might view this as a freedom of childhood moment. Experts in the field of safety immediately weighed in, stressing the need of helmet use to prevent brain damage, particularly for young children and those just learning to ride bikes, particularly while navigating rough or unknown terrain. Jed and Katey's silence on the matter, compounded by their refusal to address the criticism, has only served to inflame the situation. The perils of parenting? The opposition increases. The couple also posted a picture of their newborn kid. The picture itself wasn't particularly disturbing, but the text was. To describe how they were starting their little one off right with a motorcycle ride, Jed said in a casual tone, pointing to a photo of himself holding his son while seated on a motorbike. While the idea of taking a baby for a motorcycle trip may sound endearing to some, safety experts warn that doing so might be extremely risky. Because their bodies are still maturing, the fragile little bodies of infants and toddlers are especially susceptible to harm in such a scenario. A large number of Duggar admirers wasted little time expressing their disapproval of the couple's parenting decisions on social media. A commenter wisely pointed out that a baby can't be safely protected by simply wearing a helmet. This is extremely risky, and other parents should take a cue from them. Even though Jed and Katey are attempting to come across as carefree parents, their actions are sending a disturbing message. That safety isn't an issue when you're a parent. Furthermore, many feel that their young followers could be negatively impacted by such message. Conflicting approaches to discipline. Yet, security is only one consideration. Jed and Katey Duggar continue the Duggar tradition of rigorous and, at times, divisive parenting styles. Physical punishment has long been a part of the Duggar family's parenting approach, and fans have noticed that it appears in many of their articles. One disturbing post showed Katey trying to chastise Evangeline for misbehaving by softly swatting the youngster on the hand. The decision to release the photos on social media was confronted with fierce criticism, even though the swat looked more like a tap than a full-on spanking. Studies reveal that physical punishment can have harmful long-term repercussions on children, such as increased aggression, anxiety, and behavioral difficulties. Parenting experts have long spoken out against this practice. Concerned that their kid would suffer emotionally as a result of this form of punishment, many fans disagreed with Katey's statement. "It's heartbreaking to witness such treatment of a young child," remarked one reviewer. The use of physical punishment is unnecessary when there are numerous other methods to instill discipline in children. Social media's impact on parenting. Without a question, Jed and Katey's personal decisions have been scrutinized due to their decision to share their parenting moments on social media. Although it's usual for famous people and influencers to post personal details about their lives online, the Duggar family is particularly vulnerable because of the multitudes of fans and haters that follow them. This begs the more general question: to what extent do they bear responsibility for the example they set? They have millions of followers. A lot of them are young and naive parents, so what they do could affect how other people bring up their kids. Jed and Katey may be unwittingly supporting a parenting style that has been heavily criticized by professionals by sharing photographs of unsafe practices, physical punishment, and unconventional techniques of parenting. Oversharing on social media and its impact on parenting. A lot of people are talking about how social media influences parenting choices in this age of excessive sharing. Experts on parenting agree that parents who are always trying to win over their followers' approval may make bad decisions, such as posting risky content just to outdo their peers. The Duggars may feel compelled to document their entire parenting journey on social media, given their accustomed lifestyle in the spotlight. Others, meanwhile, think it's wrong to make their kids public figures before they're old enough to articulate their own opinions. When it concerns their young children's safety, this complicates the link between privacy and accountability. Voters decide: is this the future of Duggar parenting? Numerous Duggar fans, even some who are parents themselves, have expressed conflicting opinions regarding the couple's social media posts. As a couple who are letting their kids live their lives without overprotecting them, Jed and Katey have received accolades for being real and authentic, according to some. The worry, however, is tangible for some. "The Duggar family has always been known to be a bit extreme," remarked one fan, "but I'm shocked by how careless they are with the safety of their children. That's not adorable. It's risky." A broader discussion on the Duggar parenting heritage, namely whether Jed and Katey are carrying on the contentious customs established by Jim, Bob, and Michelle, has been sparked by the blogs. Some of the Duggars think it's time for a change, particularly in how they handle their children's independence and security, while others think that many of their choices reflect the old-school Duggar principles. What will Jed and Katey do next? It is unclear if Jed and Katey would pause to reconsider their parenting style in light of the increasing opposition. So yet, they have done nothing to address the criticism, maybe because they are deciding to disregard the mounting social media tempest. But the Duggar family's track record of managing their public image suggests that the pair may make a statement or change their online conduct in the next weeks. Ultimately, though, the most crucial inquiry is this: what long-term effects will their parenting decisions have on their children? Only time will reveal the message this family continues to convey, given the exposure their little daughter has already had on social media and the global broadcast of their dangerous parenting tactics.